And so, with all of that going on, I knew she loved me, but I never knew what a mother's love was.
Right,
I
right,
never
right.
had that uh, day of going to get your hair done, going to get your nails done. It was like,
Mm,
I have these kids. I need to be able to show them how to survive in the world, how
right.
to make sure that they can do for themselves, because the the constant reminder in the head was, you need to be able to be self-sufficient, you need to be able to write your own ticket, you need to be able to know how to survive, because I'm not always going to be here with you.
Exactly. Look, I'm talking to you all every single episode about how to be able to create a six-figure digital empire, and some of y'all haven't taken action yet. Y'all just, for some reason, life haven't slapped you in the face yet, where it's like, yo, I'm tired of being at the place that I'm in right now. I'm tired of working my 9 to 5. I want to create a business. I want to become an entrepreneur. I'm tired of working for someone else when they don't even care about me. Look, I have something for you. I was working a 9 to 5, literally not even a year ago, actually it's going to be a year this year, that I have been able to leave my 9 to 5 to be able to come to you guys and show you how I was able to leave working at Papado, 101 Steak, Ruth Chris, all hospitality places, y'all, to now being able to break 100K months. Literally, this is what happened. Let me tell you. I was able to break 100K months in 6 months, to be more exact. And I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to do it, and how exactly I was able to do it from working a job, creating multiple 4 to 5 figures while working my 9 to 5, to then leaving my 9 to 5, to then scaling my business. Y'all, I'm going to show you how to fund your business without using your own money. There's so many things in this book that I could be charging tens of thousands of dollars, and I'm going to share with you how exactly I did it with pennies of the dollar. It costs $10, y'all. Worst case scenarios, you learn something more and profit off of it. Okay, so look, click the link, thedigitalempire.ebook.com. Get the ebook, y'all. You literally just get the ebook. What's going on, family? It's your boy Char Slayer here, and again, we're here on another podcast. Welcome to the Digital Empire Podcast, where we talk about everything digital investments and entrepreneurship and family. We have an amazing guest. This person has been impacting so many lives, and to be more specific, not just so many lives. She's so into women empowerment. It's on a totally different level. So I want to go ahead and introduce, and you know me, I like the people to actually introduce themselves. So welcome to the podcast. How are you?
I am doing great. My name is Gloria Ward, and I am the founder of a project called the I'm Loving Me Project. And we not only inspire women to love themselves, but we also teach women how to heal, self-heal, and grow, so that they can live their highest and truest self.
That's important.
And I have to
That's
say that
powerful.
I'm very happy to be here. I love your setup. I love everything. So thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we had to look, you one of the best is what I'm hearing. So I got to make sure to give you the whole shebang, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What made you, let's start from the beginning. What made you decide to do what you do today?
Still, I've been an entrepreneur for 18 years now.
Oh, wow.
I've been in information technology. I'm still an IT consultant, where I help businesses with their strategy, and I help, just people figure out how to solve their problems. And so, with that, quite naturally, when I started going through life challenges, I went through a divorce, I went through another breakup. I had to go ahead and really look at myself in the mirror and
Right.
really see what I really wanted to do with my life, right? We always get into that phase of life where you're asking yourself questions. Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Is this the life that I want to live? At this stage in my life, when I'm moving forward with my dream, am I living my dream? And the biggest question is, am I happy?
Right, right, right.
And when I looked in the mirror, I could not answer those questions.
So I've been going through like a path of making sure, because as entrepreneurs, we can engulf ourselves into entrepreneurship,
Right.
where we don't really pay attention to our own happiness,
Absolutely.
right? And we only focus on our genius. So what I ended up doing now recently is start getting more into like passion projects type of deals, right? Where things that actually do, not like what we do don't make us happy, because that's why we do it, but other things that that make us feel fulfilled, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? So my question for you is, in regards to fulfillment, what made you feel fulfilled after you started to identify and be aware that, okay, there's something wrong and I would like to fix it?
Oh, that's a good question. When, and it's so crazy, I had to go through a major event to actually find out what that fulfillment was. Like, because I was going through a divorce, I had an 8-year period where I did nothing but party every day and hang out and do all this stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with it either.
I was going to jail. I was.
Oh, that was different. That went left really fast.
Yeah, I was going to jail. I was hanging out. I was doing a whole bunch of things. But because I was an entrepreneur, like you said, I never stopped working and still had that passion. But for me, my fulfillment came when I knew that I can actually help people discover who they were, who were just like me.
Right.
Right? Those people who needed to figure out how to navigate their life, because I went through a big change, right? Ever since I was 7 years old, I lost my mom when I was 7 years old. She died of AIDS, right? I remember going to the hospital, seeing her, and at that time, this is like the 80s. You had to put on a big old balloon suit, and then they tell you as a kid, that you got to dress up to go see your mom, where really, she's in quarantine.
Right.
She's in quarantine because they didn't know what that was, right? That AIDS didn't really exist.
Right.
And so growing up, I had a wonderful grandmother who loved me, but at the same time, it was 6 of us, so she had to take on 6 kids that, at that time, my mom passed away, and she didn't want us to be sent anywhere, so she took on 6 kids. The youngest was 2. I'm in the middle, and then I had an older brother and an older sister who passed. And so, with all of that going on, I knew she loved me, but I never knew what a mother's love was.
I
never had that day of going to get your hair done, going to get your nails done. It was like, I have these kids. I need to be able to show them how to survive in the world, how to make sure that they can do for themselves, because the constant reminder in the head was, you need to be able to be self-sufficient. You need to be able to write your own ticket. You need to be able to know how to survive, because I'm not always going to be here with you.
Exactly.
So a person hearing that their whole life, and then getting to a point where something is taken away from you, where you feel like you're out here alone, the first thing that you do is you go into that survival mode. And I can do that well. But what happens when something comes along and it asks you, do you love yourself?
Okay. So that question was always ringing in the back of your head?
Not really ringing, because I'm so motivated to go ahead and make sure that I do what I got to do, so I don't have to be like that.
Right.
In the family, right? Making sure that you're surviving, you're doing what you have to do, being very independent, right? You're not focusing on those things.
Right.
But when you get your heart broken, or, you're faced with life challenges, or every holiday that comes around, a Mother's Day and all this, and you're figuring out and you're trying to understand why you just have this void or nothing at all.
Right. Where it's just a
regular day.
It's like a mask.
Yeah. You're trying to figure out, okay, now what is this? How do I deal with these things? What is it called? Is it feelings? Or, like, what is it?
Right.
When you're asked a question, do you love yourself? You can say, yeah, I love myself. I take care of myself. I keep money in the bank. I do this. I do that. And it's like, no. But a lot of us wear that mask, right? Because what we think is love is making sure that somebody else can give us what we need. Right?
Oh, you just gave me like 2 questions. Like really,
Right?
really, 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 really.
Where
good
really,
questions.
when you start to do that self-discovery about really answering that question, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you like that person?
Right.
Are you satisfied with that person? Are you hard on that person?
I'm pretty sure most people are hard on themselves. Do you think so?
I know they are. Right?
Okay.
Especially when you're an entrepreneur, you're very driven.
Right.
And you're very hard on yourself. The thing for me, I was always told to be the best. And it's one of my affirmations that is on my mirror. And when I was talking to a therapist, she said, can you actually be okay with where you are right now? I said, no, because I need to be the best. And she said, you had to be the best back then.
But do you have to be the best now?
But can you be okay with where you are and celebrate where you are right now? Right? Because we don't do that either. It's like we feel like, we're not on top of our game. We're not where we want to be. Where it's figuring out, how do you celebrate those small wins, loving yourself in the process.
Sometimes it's a moving target.
Oh, it is, and it's very difficult to really put yourself in the mindset of, I'm okay whether or not I get that or not.
How do you do that? How do you become okay to not have it?
You have to be detached from your outcomes. You have to be detached from your outcomes. In entrepreneurship, if we talking about entrepreneurship,
absolutely,
entrepreneurship is a very lonely business.
Yes.
Right? I tell people all the time, because nobody knows what you're going through but you. Right? And when you have to make hard decisions, you're the one that take those to bed. And even though you have people who support you, who love you, everything is really on you, especially when you have staff and you have other things, right? And sometimes in difficult situations, you have to be able to learn how to let go, because the more that you hold on, the more damage you're doing, right? I can remember, and this is just recently, I really, really wanted something, right? I really wanted something to work out, and I did everything I could. I was, making phone calls. I was letting people know. I was doing all the things that I thought that I needed to do to be aggressive to get what I wanted. Right? But I was scaring people away.
In the process,
I was making them upset. Right?
What's going on, family? You guys already know I appreciate you for checking out this episode. So you guys know that I've been trading and building high-level skill sets for years now. You see me on my Forex journey, my stock investment journey, my portfolio journey, a day in the life of everything. And so what I want to do is I want to give back to you. I want to make sure that you all learn everything that's in my brain. So what I have done is, specifically in regards to skill sets, is I've created a course, like a whole course. Like, this is the best thing that I've ever come out with since sliced bread. Right? It's a Forex course on how exactly to build wealth, create high-level skill sets, and I want to teach it to you. I want to give back. It's not even like, it's super affordable. Like, you could, like, your daughter could do it. A 5-year-old could do it. And that's what I want to help you guys do. I want to give back to you. So if you want to learn exactly how to build high-level skill sets, I want you to click this link right here. This link is going to break down everything for you and literally change your whole life. So go check it out. Check out the Trade Syndicate. Check out the way that we do things. Check out the Chart Slayer. Check out your boy. All right, see you on the next one.
The minute that I saw that it wasn't working out for me and it was just getting worse and going downhill, I said, you know what? I'll let it go. It's not going to work out anyway, and I'm going to just leave it alone, right? Or I need to do something else.
Dang, that's crazy. That's deep. But that's important to realize as an entrepreneur, for sure, that, I mean, that's just important in general. There's just so many things that goes on to being an entrepreneur. And so in your space, right, being an entrepreneur and impacting lives, right? And before I even get to that, because there's so many, off of everything you said, there's so many questions that was running through my head. Do you have a daughter?
No. I
No
have
daughters?
No kids.
No kids, no anything. So,
No.
and there's nothing wrong with that. So let me ask you this, because now it leads to my second question. How do you relay what you said to the people that you impact every day? Like, how does that look? Like, what is like, for a person who's went through something, because as an entrepreneur, we have to do it for ourselves first before we can do it for others.
Absolutely.
So what do you do for other women that brings that empowerment, if that makes sense?
I tell them my story. I have a lot of experiences and a lot of stories that I went through. I'm very transparent about my life, very open about some of the things that I've experienced myself or with other people around me, because that's how you connect with people, right? The thing that makes me different is I love the fact that when I'm having a conversation with someone, I like to tell a story of what I know. And if I don't know, there's somebody else who's either sitting there or somebody I can get you in contact with that I know, that I can tell you, who might know.
Right.
I never teach or talk about anything I don't know. So like I tell the ladies, you want to know about entrepreneurship? That's fine. I can tell you the truth about that.
Right.
You want to know what it means to, go through a divorce? I can tell you about that. The feelings that you go through, even being in a marriage, I can tell you what that's like. The sacrifices you make, how you actually make, a marriage work, right? But how do you keep a marriage? Can't tell you.
She said, but I can refer
that's right.
to someone that can.
That's right.
For sure.
How
okay.
you can be in a relationship after a divorce, I can't tell you. Right.
Right.
So, but that's my journey now. And that's the beauty of it all, that, that I feel is empowering, because there are a lot of women who are in situations where they just don't know what to do. Right? What does it mean to lose a parent, and how does that feel? When Mother's Day come around and you lost your mom, how does it feel to not have a father? How does that impact you when you get in a relationship with someone?
Right.
Because if you grew up so independent, how can you be submissive to another person? Because they don't know.
Right.
When I was married, I'll tell you this quick story. When I was married, I had a hard time calling my mother-in-law mom.
Really? No. That's interesting.
No, actually, I didn't do it at all. I didn't call her anything.
You called her by her name?
No.
She just didn't. You didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. If we were in the same room, I would talk. If we were in a different room, and, she called me or I needed something for her, I would just go to her and start talking. I never
announced.
That's correct.
Got you.
Because I never had to say the word in my life. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I never had to say the word mom in my entire life. And in my head, that's not my mom.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So the impact of that alone, I didn't even know was affecting my marriage. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I didn't know that that was a big deal, right?
Experiences.
Because I was used to surviving and being the best and growing up learning how to live in the world, not to have a family. You get it?
Yes.
Not to sit somewhere and be open and vulnerable enough to another person
Right.
to say, hey, I can allow you in my space. I was taught how to be guarded.
Right.
I was taught
Survival.
not to trust. Right. And so those things I share, you know, because they're out there, and a lot of women understand that.
So how do you, okay, I mean, there's so many things. I'm a guy, so
Yeah.
I'm learning
I understand.
as you're speaking. So what is it as a woman because is your business a nonprofit?
No, it's for profit.
It's for profit. Okay. Hey, look, I ain't mad at for profit. Ours is for profit.
Right?
So it just gives me vibes of nonprofit as well. Like maybe you can make like a nonprofit side out of it. I'm not sure. But what I do know is when you talk to people, like, because it's for profit. So and I think that we're still getting into the entrepreneurship side at the same time. How do you speak on your story and still impact and make income from that at the same time?
Oh, absolutely.
In your specific scenario.
Yeah, in my scenario, because when you have a woman who wants to boost her career, she has blocks, right? And her blocks could be her childhood trauma that she hasn't dealt with, that she needs coaching on. Right? And that's stopping her from getting a promotion. It's stopping her from going to the next level in her business, right? So, you know, we have life coaches and we have business coaches. Sometimes the way you grew up and how you think about your finances. You know, you need to work with someone who can show you how to get over that hump, because you probably have, you know, so to speak, a poverty mindset. And you need to be around people who can show you how to get past that,
100%.
Especially someone who has experience, because if you grew up with the idea of survival, you can do well as an entrepreneur as far as maintaining.
But not scale.
But not scale. Because you don't believe that you can get to that next level because you think it's going to be taken away from you.
Exactly.
And that's where the detachment comes in. You need to understand that in order for you to get to the next level, it comes with calculated risk, but you also have to speak the words and take the action for what you want. My mentor would tell me, Gloria, I always want you in front of the plane and in back of a car. Right?
That's an analogy I have to think about. In front of the plane, so direction,
in
steering,
front of the plane, first class, in back of a car, always being driven.
Chauffeur.
Okay. And the reason why is because if you're saying that you're going to be at that level, when are you going to start practicing?
If you're saying
that you are going to buy that business or leave that job, when are you going to do it? Right?
Yes.
When are you going to get ready? Right? Because the block is, well, I don't have enough money. You know, I'm waiting for something to come through.
Right.
I'm waiting for the right time. I'm waiting for my business plan to be ready. You know, I don't have enough knowledge to go and find me some investors. You have everything you need. You have everything you need to get started.
You got technology.
Yeah, you got technology. You can start anywhere. But
literally.
But the problem is the mindset. Right? And so we do a lot of that. We do a lot of coaching to help you with your mindset, to know that the only thing that's blocking you is you. You're telling yourself a story as to why you're not going to the next level. Because honestly, when you think about it, nobody's bothering you.
Really, it's mental. It's all mental.
But how many people bothering you, though? Nobody's telling you that you can't do it.
But yourself.
Exactly. Nobody is saying you don't have enough money, but you. Right? Nobody's saying that you can't walk into that bank. You already believe that you don't have it, so you don't even attempt. Right?
Okay, so how is it? How does the mindset look with your? Because they're getting mentorship from you, right? Coaching from you.
Yes.
So how does on the back end? Because of course, marketing is marketing, but when someone comes onto your as a student, a disciple, they accept you as their coach, right? How do you shift their minds to make them think instead of scarcity, but in abundance?
Oh, that's a great question. The first thing we start out with is what their goals are, to see if they're realistic for them. I tell them, write down the goals that you want. And most of the time, they're so small where it's like, you're already thinking on a level in which you can achieve. So, most of the ladies will put to get $10,000 to start my business, and they would say, well, Gloria, that's big for me, so that's a big goal for me, so I want to start there, right? And I tell them, if it doesn't scare you,
not dreaming big enough.
You're
That's
not
the biggest
dreaming big enough.
Proverb ever.
If it's not scaring you, you're not dreaming big enough. And you need to stretch your mind to do that. And we go through exercises with that. And I say your assignment is to go out there, and I want you to get on the phone, and I want you to start talking to 5 to 10 people. Tell them about your product. We're going to have a Zoom meeting, and you're going to pitch them your business.
Ooh,
right?
That's a on the assignment on the spot.
Well, the thing is that first you got to get it together. The second thing is you have to call some people. The third thing is you have to put your presentation together. And the fourth thing is you have to believe in your product so much that they will give you your money, give up their money. If you can do all those things, right? Then you basically in business, and you're a business owner, and you're moving past your gap. Now, what happens is you go through all of the anxiety, like, my cousin is not going to come, and they really don't have any money. You don't know what a person would do or say, because if a person really wants something, they will find the money.
100%.
They will find it. It might not be overnight, but over time, they're going to get what they want.
Absolutely. So what is it that I want to ask a question here for the audience, because there's a lot of women empowerment programs, women empowerment leaderships. What makes you stand out differently from the other competition that's out there? Because there's a lot out there.
It is. It really is.
So what makes people say, you know what, I need to listen? And I'm pretty sure it's also your story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? The story is also different. But let's say if someone were to come to you now and say, hey, I'm looking for someone that can better me as a woman, leadership, financially, spiritually, all of those great things. What would you say to them if they said, I have options and you're one of them?
Oh yeah. If I'm one of the options, I would tell them, don't choose me if you're not willing to work.
Ooh. That's great.
Don't
That's
choose
good.
me. I'm the person, remember, who's driven at the same time, right? So I'm here to help you.
Right.
My job is to help you discover not only who you are, but help you get to your goals.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to compete with you and others about if this is what you want. If you feel that I'm the best person for you, let's go for the ride. If not, remember, it's about being detached, right?
Right.
Go try it and go see. But the track record will be there. Because, see, that's the beast in me,
She said
right?
the track record.
Yeah, because that's the beast in me. I tell them, when you come here, we have fun. Like, we go on retreats, we hang out, we do all the things women do. Right. But we also get down to business. Right? We also get down to business. It's a culture. It's more like a sisterhood, like I tell the women. You want to be a part of a sisterhood where you're not only having fun with a person, you're making money with them, everyone is growing, and you're healing at the same time.
100%.
Right? And that comes in different phases.
Right.
But that is the core thing that we look for as entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, this game is a lonely game.
Right.
Right? And when the people who are very close to you don't understand, you have a sister you can call on who truly
Like-minded.
understands what's going on. And that's what I give. I give sisterhood, I give the results, and I give them the option to go and try it. And women empowerment, they hype you up, but what is the action behind that? Right? What comes next?
100%.
How does that work for you in your business?
Man, y'all got some wisdom over here, y'all.
Yeah,
y'all getting
deep.
some wisdom. So you have 18 years of experience.
Yes.
And those 18 years of experiences has brought you here today to bring you where you are in all areas.
Yes.
If you could give, before we close out, one tip
Mm-hmm.
to an entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
a woman entrepreneur,
Okay.
right? And she wants to be in the same footsteps, in the same realm that you're in, what would you give them?
I would say to that female entrepreneur, know your worth going in.
Facts.
Take a hard look in that mirror and figure out who you are, because the world shouldn't tell you who you are or who you should be. You should know. And even if you don't know at this particular time and you're trying to figure it out, work on yourself to do it, because the biggest thing that's really going to push you, and is so simple, is confidence.
Yes. You could be wrong.
Confidence will get you a very long way.
Yes.
Loving what you do and your passion will get you in rooms that you wouldn't even dream that you can get into. You also got to know your craft, but you can always have a team and people who are smarter than you.
Yes, for
that
sure.
can help you with those things.
Mm-hmm.
But it is really understanding and knowing your worth, and really knowing that everything you want is already inside of you. Everything. I don't care if someone says you lack whatever it is. If it's a skill, go get it.
Right.
Right? If it's money, go get it. All those things you can get, but you can't get self-worth that is within you. That is within you. And that's what I would say.
That was powerful. I think there needs to be a little bit of silence after that statement. That was good. So where can people find you?
Oh, I am.
And and before you do that, let them know what you're offering. Like,
Oh,
what do
yeah.
you-
You can go to our website, imlovingme.net. You can see all of our events. We actually have a wonderful holiday gala coming up December the 3rd. We are going to be at Maggiano's here in Buckhead in Atlanta.
Oh, I know exactly where
For
it is.
everyone to actually come out and then just meet us and have fun with us. We're going to be honoring 4 wonderful women who have been with us, who went from, just trying to figure it out, to life coaches, podcasters, authors. And I'm just so happy, because those are the things that I talk about when I talk about results.
Mm-hmm.
They came in trying to figure out what it is that they wanted to do, and they found their voice, and now they're just exploding. And that's what we want to do in the sisterhood, is honor those women, right? So you guys can come out to that and come hang out with us and party with us, see all of our events. And, we have our coaching sessions where you can sign up. And we have some wonderful content for those people who are just trying to figure it out and new to really healing and growth work. We
Right.
have wonderful articles and videos you can watch as well.
So, we're going to need them on the podcast, right? Those amazing 4 people got to be on the podcast. I feel like people need to hear their stories as much as they hear your story.
Oh, God, when I tell you these women's stories is amazing. I would love for you to do that, because when you hear it, you're not going to believe their stories of what they overcame and became.
We gotta schedule that, because you said it's in December.
It's December the 3rd is the party, but some of them, they're flying in, and one is here. So 3 are flying in and 1 is here. So
Okay.
we definitely can do that.
Yeah,
They
we
will
can.
love that.
December. What was the dates again? 13th and the 14th.
No, December the 3rd is the actual
the
party,
3rd.
but
Okay.
they'll probably be here that Friday or something. That's a Saturday.
Okay, cool. We can do a podcast on that time.
Oh, that's amazing.
We can do it at that time, because I know we're gonna be heading out of the country. We're going to Dubai when are we going? The 7th? Something. I don't remember the day. I know it's 7th through the 11th or something like that. I know it's a week.
Yeah.
I know it's a week, but the 3rd is not going to be touched, right? So at least the 4th, we can probably do something at the time. We can work something out. But I would like them to be on the podcast. If not, because I know we're going to be gone for a month, so or a couple months. So I'm trying to get them before we leave.
Yeah.
So then that can happen.
And I want to say congratulations to you and all of your accomplishments too.
Thank you.
You know, we were talking earlier, and I'm just like, I'm always so amazed when I see, you know, like other entrepreneurs just doing some amazing things. And,
Absolutely.
you know, just having your platform and your audience and everything that you have going on, I just love it. And, you know, I always give like a really big smile, because I just feel so proud.
I think I get excited when I see any black entrepreneurs, successful black entrepreneurs, or even if they're striving, because you can tell work ethic.
Absolutely.
You can't fake work ethic.
No.
Right? So when I see people who, like you said, you put in real time, you put in more time than me.
Yeah.
Right? So when I see people who actually put in ethic just by how they communicate, how they speak, how they uphold themselves, their demeanor, you can't fake that.
No.
Right? Experience comes a long way. So I want to shout out to you for having such an amazing group of people and such a vision for yourself and for the people that you impact, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when you love this work and when you love what you do and it's really like your passion, even though you have challenges, you still love it.
Absolutely.
You know,
it's probably the best parts.
And exactly. And what I tell entrepreneurs also is figure it out. The only reason why it's hard is because you've never done it before.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
If we did do it before,
if you did do it before, it'd be easy, right? But the 100%. Only reason why it's hard is because you've never done it before. You never raised money before. You never did a business plan before. You never did, you know, marketing before. You never did, you know, content before. You never done it before. So it seems like it is hard to do, and it's not. It takes more skills, but you can also scale and leverage if you leverage time, money, people, or ideas.
For sure.
That's how you scale.
That's how you scale. That 0 to a million is the hardest thing to do, because like you said, you don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
Right? But then to get to that 1 million, to that 10 million, all you're doing is duplicating what you already know over and over again.
Absolutely.
Right? So I definitely agree with that statement. So that's great. I can't wait to have your people on here. We gotta have you in. Maybe we gotta have you in for part 2. I think.
Oh, wow.
I want to see where you are. This is what we like to do. 12 months from now, we like to see where our people are.
Okay.
So we can bring them back, see how many lives they've impacted more on, and then from there, you know, we get more people.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I want to. So this time it's 4. Next time might be 40.
Oh, it will be.
Right? So exactly. So
probably
that's
be 100.
100. Look, we already saying into the universe. So I love it. So you have to follow her. You have to make sure that you're getting all of this amazing value. Like I said, you don't get this on any other podcast. All right. The genuineness, the feedback, how great it is to actually have someone that's in your situation right now or was in your situation, and now you get to hear their voice, get to hear what they're about. Like I said, you can't get this anywhere else. So family, I appreciate you. I always ask every podcast, every time, follow the person, follow us, leave a review, like, comment, and subscribe. And family, we will see you in the next one. Peace out. Hey family, thank you so much for checking out this episode. I really do appreciate it. So I get this question a lot of, hey, how do you get your family on board on everything that you're doing? Your family's everywhere, you're traveling everywhere. This brand of family is huge. And so I want to teach you guys how to create a family business and build a true legacy for your family. And in order to do so, if you want to learn exactly how I do that, I want you to check out socialcurrencies.net/family. Actually book a call, see exactly how we can assist you in creating wealth for your entire family and breaking that generational curse. We are strongly against generational curses, and we want to break generational poverty and build generational wealth, and not just wealth, but true wealth. And so I want to help you guys. Go ahead, tap in. Again, the site is socialcurrencies.net/family, and I will see you on the flip side.